Hello, my name is Kyle Peterson, and I serve on Pilley's Board of Directors as its secretary. It is now my pleasure to present Pilley's Distinguished Public Service Award to Mary Meg McCarthy. Mary Meg McCarthy is the Executive Director of the National Immigrant Justice Center, NIJC, an organization dedicated to immigrant advocacy and safeguarding human rights. Prior to joining NIJC, Mary Meg practiced civil litigation after her completion of law school at Loyola University Chicago School of Law. She began her partnership with NIJC, serving as an NIJC pro bono attorney, using her expertise in immigration law to help advance justice for immigrants. She had previously demonstrated a passion for this work earlier in her career, working in Chile to protect individual rights under a dictatorship. More recently, Mary Meg served as chair of the American Bar Association's Commission on Immigration and is also an active member of the Chicago Network, the American Immigration Lawyers Association, and the Chicago Bar Association. Mary Meg is recognized by her colleagues as a tireless advocate and a true expert in her field. Today, with a career-long commitment to protecting immigrant and human rights, Mary Meg has led NIJC to become a leading organization in immigrant advocacy. Ron Oren, an attorney at Baker McKenzie that does pro bono projects, had this to say about NIJC and Mary Meg. And I quote, NIJC is one of the nation's preeminent immigrant and human rights advocacy organizations, and its executive director, Mary Meg, is a wonderful person, truly delightful, smart, witty, infectiously energetic, and tirelessly committed to immigration and human rights matters. An indisputable expert in immigration law, she's someone who's appeared on NPR countless times, testified before Congress, and is often quoted in major news outlets. She's been doing this vitally important work for decades, and no one is more deserving of an award that honors a career dedicated to public service. Echoing what Ron had to say, on a personal note, Mary Meg and NIJC provided me with one of my very first pro bono clients almost 20 years ago in a political asylum case. To this day, I'm still in touch with the client, and I'm so grateful to Mary Meg and NIJC for the opportunity to do such meaningful work. It is now my pleasure to turn it over to Mary Meg. Congratulations, Mary Meg.
Thank you very much to Pilley's board, to those young people who've been part of Pilley over the years for this Distinguished Public Service Award. I am extremely humbled and honored to receive this award. And it's an award that belongs to so many people, particularly my colleagues who've been a dedicated, committed team of lawyers, paralegals, communication, and policy experts who have fought so hard for equality and justice for all. These have been particularly challenging times for our country, and the immigrants that we serve every day have been the ones that have been impacted in such a devastating way. I think back to that cold January night in 2017 when we saw the outpouring of the American public going to the airports to fight for the refugees and immigrants who were arriving only to find that they were being barred from entering the country, even though they had taken the legal steps to be here, to be reunited with their family members, to obtain safety and protection. That was the beginning of very difficult times for all of us as a country, when we've seen the rule of law being devastated. Basic fundamental human rights have been destroyed, have been torn apart. And who's been impacted is individuals. Individuals' lives have been devastated, and some of them have been forced back to their home countries where they have faced torture and possibly even death. At the National Immigrant Justice Center, we have fought hard for years to change the system, to ensure that people are treated fairly and equally, no matter what their legal status is. We've been victorious, but we've also seen, especially during the past 4 years, some horrendous setbacks. But that doesn't discourage us. That inspires us to work even harder and to fight for the human rights of all individuals. This past year has been extremely difficult with the pandemic, with the exposure of the racial injustices that exist in our country, and the continued attacks on immigrants. Now more than ever, we have seen a community come alive, the legal community, the immigrant rights advocacy community, our leaders in our country, the philanthropists, to fight for justice for all, to ensure that we are improving people's lives and ensuring that basic fundamental human rights are being upheld. Margaret Mead said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens and non-citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that will." Pilley represents that small group of individuals that have expanded throughout the country to ensure a just and fair and humane world.